Good Monday morning. My parents have a beautiful muscadine grapevine on the side of their home. And one of my favorite things to do when they're in season is to go pick them right off of the vine. I mean, it's nice when my parents bring them to me, but there's nothing like just standing there and pulling them right off that vine and eating them. And when I do, I'm often reminded of this powerful verse of Scripture in John 15. Our very last I am statement. And Jesus says this. He says, I am the true grapevine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit, and he prunes the branches that do bear fruit so they will produce even more fruit. You've already been pruned and purified by the message I have given you. Remain in me and I will remain in you, for a branch cannot produce fruit if it is severed from the vine, and you cannot be fruitful unless you remain in me. The Amplified Bible says, I am the vine. We all know that if I cut a limb off of that vine, that limb would never produce another grape. We know that if we cut a branch off of the trunk, that the branch will never produce another leaf. Our lives are the same way. Our lives will not produce what they were created for if we are not connected to the vine that is Jesus Christ. I'm not saying that you won't accomplish things as far as the world's concerned, but what I'm saying is that what we're producing will not be what we were created for, and it will not bear eternal lasting fruit, because he says, apart from me, you can do nothing. That means that what we produce has no real value. My mom has worked with State Farm for over almost 30 years. Right at 30 years. She doesn't own the State Farm company. She goes in faithfully. She's kind of semi-retired now, but she's never going to retire. But anyway, she goes in there faithfully. And I am confident of this one thing, that when eternity comes and she stands before her Father, that person after person after person after person will come up and say, it's because of you, Darlene Gowd, behind that desk at State Farm in Camden, South Carolina, that I know Jesus Christ. She doesn't own the State Farm. She doesn't work at the headquarters. But she knows the vine. She stays attached to him. And because of that, and even what to some may feel like a simple task of just clocking in faithfully every day, she is building fruit that remains. My parents will never be wealthy in what the world would consider wealth. But my parents are so wealthy because of the vine they have attached themselves to, and the fruit, the eternal fruit that she and my dad have produced. Friends, we may make a name for ourselves in this world. We may write books that stay on shelves long after we're gone, or produce resources that people use, whatever it is that you may do. But this I do know, that nothing we do separate of being grafted into the vine will remain. I am the vine, Jesus says. Apart from me, you can do nothing.